What is going on, Dolphins? It is your boy Dillon. I am back with you for another episode of Dolphins with Dillon. This is my official Jets or Dolphins versus Jets preview. So let me go ahead and get right into it. First, I'll talk to you about the injury report. So it looks like Kenny Stills and AJ Derby have been listed as questionable for this game. So was Xavier Howard. Kenny Stills, but that was, he has an ankle, minor ankle injury, but it's not supposed to be serious. He was a full participant on Friday, limited the previous 2 days, but he should be playing. Xavier Howard should be playing. Kenny Stills probably won't be playing, but he was practicing for the first time on Friday. And AJ Derby was a full participant for a third consecutive day, so hopefully he'll be back and ready. We are getting a little bit healthier, and obviously we also signed some people to help bolster predominantly the defensive line, so that is a thing. Sylvester Williams, we brought in, and Ziggy Hood, and we activated Mike Hall off of IR, as well as Jake Brendel. So anyway, Ryan Tannehill is out though for sure. He's probably going to be out. The way it seems is he probably will be out also in the Green Bay game, and so he's likely to come back at the soonest will be after our bye week, which comes after the Green Bay game. But he's out. Charles Harris is out, and Cordray Tankersley is out, who obviously just recently sustained an ACL injury and is now out for the rest of the season. For the Jets, tight end Neil Sterling is ruled out for the game with a concussion. Cornerback Tremaine Johnson and linebacker Kevin Pierre-Louis were listed as doubtful. That's pretty big. Tremaine Johnson's a big name for them to not be missing. So that's hopefully they heal up and they get healthy, but that's good for us. And then they had 5 other players listed as questionable: Quincy Enunwa, Robbie Anderson, both with ankles, and Andre Roberts with a back, and then Steve McClendon with an ankle, and outside linebacker Frankie Louvu with a neck. Those are some pretty big names for them too. Quincy Enunwa, Robbie Anderson, Frankie Louvu, those guys for sure. Steve McClendon, absolutely. So if even if those guys play, they're gonna probably not be 100%. We'll have to see what the inactive list looks like going into this game tomorrow. But they're definitely going to be missing some pieces as well. Obviously, we've been hella banged up this year, but I think wholeheartedly that this is going to be the start of a turnaround for us, even if we do end up losing the Green Bay game, which obviously is a distinct possibility. We have to play Green Bay in Green Bay, so that's going to be a tough game. But I think that this team is going to get it back together. I think the defense is going to tighten up. We brought in some backup. We've bolstered that defensive line a bit. We're getting some guys back. Guys are getting healthy. I think that they are going to start picking it up and get back to how they were playing earlier in the season. They've been getting back to some fundamentals, and they've been really the injuries are such a big deal. But anyway, so I think they're going to get it back right. I think the offense is going to do well this week. We're starting to get healthy there and everything too. So, but let me go ahead and get into these statistics, league standings. Points per game, we're at 21.8, which is 23rd. The New York Jets are at 24 per game. That's 19th. Yards per game, we have 334.2. That's 27th. They have 314.1. That's 29th. Passing yards per game, we have 226.2. It's 23rd. They're at 200.4, which is 28th. Rushing yards a game, we're at 108. That's 18th. They're at 113.8, which is 15th. Let's see. Points defensive league standings. Points allowed, 27.4 for us, that's 28th. 25 for them, that's 20th. Yards allowed, 408 per game, that's 27th, that's for us. 374.6 for them, it's 24th. Pass yards allowed, 264.9 for us, that's 23rd. And 259.8 for them, that's 20th. And rush yards allowed, 243.1 for us, which is 29th, and 114.9 for them, which is 21st. Which obviously that came mostly with the past 2 games because our run defense, which again, guys, I mean, look, it's the injuries have been the leading theme for this season. I mean, you guys, I try and get you guys to keep things in perspective. I understand, we're 4-4, we're not where we wanted to be, but the injuries have been such a major deal. I mean, you got guys that aren't playing full speed. We've lost tons of key players to season-ending injuries. That affects how the scheme gets, executed. It affects a lot of things. It affects communication, affects tons of stuff. So, I mean, with the injuries that we've been having, it's not entirely surprising, but I think they're going to get it together. Let's see. So for the stats for our last game, we had 370 total yards. They had only 207. We had 254 passing yards. They had 150. We had 116 rushing yards. They had 57. We had 5.7 yards per play. They had 3.8. Neither of us lost a fumble. Brock threw that one interception that shouldn't have been if it wasn't for the obvious blatant missed holding call, but whatever. Which has been the other theme, the other major theme of our season is just terrible officiating. And not just us, it's across the league. Third down percentage, we had 30%. They were at 21. Time of possession, we had the ball 31 minutes, 9 seconds. They had it 27 minutes, 16 seconds. We had 5 penalties. They had 8. Passing statistics, Brock Osweiler was 21 for 37, 56.8% completion, 241 yards, 0 touchdowns, the 1 interception with a 65.3 passer rating. On the season, he's at 64.1% completion percentage, 895 yards, 6 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and a 93.8 passer rating. Sam Darnold was 14 for 29, 48.3% for 153 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions, and a 75.8 passer rating. On the season, he's completing 55.2% of his passes for 1,705 yards, 11 touchdowns, versus 10 interceptions with a 74.5 passer rating. Rushing leaders, Kenyon Drake led the way for us, 12 rushes for 58 yards, 1 touchdown, and a 4.8 average. Frank Gore had 12 rushes, 53 yards, and a 4.4 average. Isaiah Crowell led the way for the Jets, 13 rushes, 25 yards, 1.9 average. Sam Darnold had 5 rushes for 22 yards and a 4.4 average. And Trenton Cannon had 6 rushes for 10 yards and a 1.7 average. Also, they are going to be without Bilal Powell. He's not in there because I think he had a season-ending injury. So that's one less weapon on their offense as well. Receiving leaders, Devontae Parker led the way for us, 6 out of 9 for 134 yards. Danny Amendola was 5 for 6, 5 out of 6 for 43. Kenyon Drake was 2 for 2, 37 yards and a touchdown. Jakeem Grant was 4 of 8 for 36, and Mike Gesicki was 4 of 5 for 15. For them, Deontay Burnett was 4 for 4, 61 yards. Jermaine Kearse was 3 for 10, 30 yards. And Christopher Herndon was 1 for 2, 16 yards and a touchdown. Defensive statistics, we didn't have any sacks. We had 2 tackles for loss, 0 forced fumbles, 0 fumble returns, 0 interceptions, and 1 pass defense. They had 2 sacks, 4 tackles for loss, 0 forced fumbles, 0 fumble recoveries, 1 interception, and 1 pass defense. I think I said fumble returns a second ago. It was fumble recoveries. But anyway, so there you have it. Stats-wise, so as far as the matchups and stuff go, I mean, look. First and foremost, it's a division game. It's the Jets. It's always a tough game. They always play us really hard, but, they're pretty banged up. They're not a very good team whatsoever, really. It's a rookie quarterback. They're pretty banged up, too. They're going to be missing a lot of their weapons on both sides of the ball. we are just flat out the better team. It's a home game for us. I think that we are definitely going to win this one. And damn it, this is going to be the first game that we finally just destroy an opponent. I mean, it's realistically, that's probably not going to happen. If you really look at how the season's gone, you know, with the shitty officiating, with all the injuries we've had, with the inconsistency that we've had on both sides of the ball, blah, 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 blah. Plus, you know, like I said, they always play us tough and so on and so forth. But damn it, I'm going to predict not just the Dolphins victory, but we are going to blow them out of the water. It's going to be, let's see, I haven't even really thought about this. Let's say 35-7. Just crush them, man. We're just going to crush them. We're going to steamroll them. We're going to come away with that victory. We're going to be 5-4. I think, even though it's probably more likely than not that we're going to lose the game against Green Bay, just being realistic, we're going to go in there and we're going to win that too, and we're going to be 6-4, and we're going to steamroll the rest of the season, and we're going to come out how we want to. Anyway, but that's for future. Right now, I am definitely predicting a Dolphins victory, 35-7. You know, we're going to go out there, we're going to handle business, we're going to tighten everything up on both sides of the ball, we're going to play complementary football, and we are going to get a victory and move on and keep our playoff hopes alive, keep things rolling, and damn it, we are going to get there, man. The season is not over by any stretch of the imagination. I will say, if for some reason we do end up losing to the Jets, then you might, even I might admit that the season is likely over at that point. But that's not going to happen. We are going to come away with this W, and then damn it, we're going to go shock the world, and we are going to beat the Packers, and we are going to fly high for the rest of the season. Alright, so anyway, guys, that's about all I got for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell if you want to get the alerts. Hit the like button as well. Share it with your friends, family, post on Facebook, Twitter, all over the internet. Spread it out there, guys. I'm really trying to get us to 100. I love doing this stuff for you, obviously. I've said that a bunch of times. I hope you guys believe it, because I really do. It's fun for me, and I enjoy, you know, getting all this information and stuff out for you. And I love interacting with you guys. So make sure, you know, you make sure you leave a question, a comment, concerns, anything you want to say, just want to talk about in the comment section. If you got questions and stuff, I'll be sure to answer them in my videos for you. So do that. And with that, guys, I'm out. I'll see y'all soon. Let's get this W, and let's keep rolling. Fins up.